Right now, as you watch this video, the world is drowning in over $300 trillion of debt. Here's the problem. No one knows how to pay it back. Not governments, not corporations, not even the central banks that created this system. So the real question isn't, what if the world collapses? The real question is, how has it not collapsed already? And what happens when the math finally stops working? Debt isn't new. Debt built empires. Debt funded wars. Debt even helped create Silicon Valley. But for most of history, debt was small, manageable, tied to real things: gold, land, crops, labor. Then, about 50 years ago, something changed. Governments unlinked money from reality. The world switched to fiat money, money backed by nothing. And suddenly, the credit card of planet Earth had no limit. To understand the crisis we're heading toward, you need to know how this system actually works. Imagine a balloon. Every time a government spends more than it earns, we blow air into it. Global debt? That balloon is now the size of a planet. When a government needs money, it doesn't earn it. It prints bonds. When people don't want those bonds, the central bank buys them with money it created out of thin air. This isn't conspiracy, it's accounting. Corporations borrow cheap money to buy back shares, inflate stock prices, and look profitable, even when they're not. And families? We borrow because the system forces us to. Housing, school, cars, healthcare, everything gets more expensive as money gets weaker. All three layers, government, corporate, household, stack on top of each other, like a tower built on borrowed bricks. You might think, if the debt is too big, why not just print more money? Well, that's exactly what everyone's been doing. And it's also exactly why the system is running out of road. The turning point won't come from a dramatic explosion. It comes from something far more boring: interest rates. As rates go up, debt becomes more expensive. Governments pay more interest. Companies can't roll over loans. Families can't afford mortgages. This is the moment the balloon stops inflating and starts straining. When interest payments grow faster than the economy, the system enters a death spiral. More debt is needed to pay old debt, which creates even more debt. And then, one small event snaps the chain. A bank failure, a country default, a bond auction that suddenly has no buyers. History shows it always starts small, but the shockwave travels fast. When the debt bomb goes off, it doesn't look like buildings collapsing. It looks like ordinary life getting harder, instantly. When money loses trust, everything loses trust. Trade slows, investments freeze, inequality accelerates. The people who caused the crisis escape. The people who didn't even understand the system pay for it. The truth is unsettling. The world cannot pay off $300 trillion. There is no plan, no roadmap, no exit strategy. Every generation hopes the system will somehow reset quietly. But history tells a different story. Money systems don't die peacefully. They change suddenly, and everyone living through the change feels it. So the real question is no longer, can this debt be paid? It's, how long can the illusion hold? So tell me, when do you think the debt bomb finally explodes? In 5 years? 10? Or do you believe it can inflate forever?